just so easy to ride. I mean, effortless with one hand, riding around. You wanna know one of the coolest things about this bike? Got a dead battery? No problem. We picked up a new ride, friends. This is the extremely powerful. So a little bit too powerful, to be honest with you, makes me a little nervous. The XR150L. A whopping 12 horsepower on a good day. Downhill with a tailwind, you might hit 65. It's terrifying. While I would say this thing is not fast, it's definitely not fast. It's a very slow motorcycle. Smiles per mile and smiles per dollar, extremely high. It is a ton of fun to ride this little thing. It is probably, maybe not the easiest. It is very close to the easiest motorcycle that I've ever ridden. Fairly lightweight. I think they weigh around 250, something like that, 260 pounds. I fell over one-handed. I picked the motorcycle back up. Very manageable horsepower, obviously. Super forgiving, easy to ride, just putt around on. Can touch the ground, no problem. When I'm sitting on this hog, both of my feet are very comfortably flat-footed. So you're never in that situation really where you're, pawing for something and then you fall over. And if you do fall over, I've got one hand on the motorcycle, I'm holding the camera with the other, and I've picked the motorcycle back up. Try that on your giant big adventure bike. Good luck, my friends. So is the XR150 the ultimate adventure motorcycle? Ready for anything and everything that comes your way on the trail, on the road? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, like I said, top speed is very limited. You're not gonna get on the interstate. It'd be borderline dangerous to get on the interstate with this thing. But if you're on roads that the speed limit is 45, this motorcycle is extremely comfortable cruising at 45 miles an hour all day long. I rode 300 miles. I've only got 418 miles on it right now. And 300 of those miles were me and my wife on the motorcycle. We rode double on this little thing.
Should have worn a sports bra on this road.
Yeah. All over the place. Fire roads, backcountry roads, to and from town, up to 55 miles an hour highways. We rode double on this thing and we averaged 78 miles per gallon. That's awesome. If I was just riding by myself, I'd probably get 100 or more, which is super cool. So I've got this big trip planned. I'm gonna probably go to, no, not probably, I'm going to Texas in May. That's coming up real soon. And about a month and a half away, I'm gonna be doing that trip. And I was thinking about taking my trusty steed here, Raquel, she's a lady, the XR650L, which is my favorite motorcycle that I've ever had. Love this motorcycle, super reliable. It's got big suspension, lots of ground clearance. I can bang through some pretty good sized obstacles without a care in the world. Just slam into big stuff and you know you're not gonna bottom the thing out. It's just gonna take it. It's got more than enough horsepower. It makes about 40 horsepower on my bike in this current setup, about 40 horsepower, give or take. And in my experience, I'm a pretty experienced rider. Off-road, I can't use more horsepower than that. That's all I can use safely. On the road, yeah, you could use a few more ponies than that for sure. But off-road, 40 horsepower is about all I can handle. Anything more is just excess. This one, so, you're using 100% of the power almost all the time, which I think is kind of fun. And every time I get on it, I'm just smiling. It is really fun. It's so quiet. I mean, it is just, listen to it. Can you even hear it over the sound of the creek? Listen to it. And when you compare that, I like quiet motorcycles. I don't like my motorcycles to be loud, to be noisy. I appreciate the performance benefits of a louder exhaust and the lightweight of a louder exhaust for sure. But I like quiet motorcycles. That's just me, you know. I like to be stealthy when at all possible. You see more wildlife, you know, you don't upset the neighbors. I just like being stealthy. And when I camp a lot, sometimes, I mean, I often end up in places where maybe not, I'm probably not supposed to be camping there. So I like to be on the stealth side of things. Compare that to the XR650. You can't even hear that motorcycle over there, over this one. This motorcycle, while still quiet for comparing to other motorcycles, especially with aftermarket exhaust, this one is significantly louder. I mean, I can't even tell if this one's running. I think it's running. Yep. Listen. It's so quiet. I love that. What are you doing down there? What in the world? It's not very powerful, which that really doesn't bother me that much, to be honest with you. I have a great time, and generally speaking, I'm not in that big of a hurry. I want to see the sights. I want to smell the roses. I want to look around, you know. I want to enjoy the trip for the most part. I'm not in a great big hurry. I'm not traveling at 75 miles per hour down some tiny little dirt road. I'm cruising. I'm just having a good time and relaxing. And that's what this thing is amazing at. Now, I would say the number one drawback to this thing right here is going to be its suspension. It has a very soft suspension. It's got about 7 inches of travel on the front and back, and you will use all 7 inches of that on the smallest little obstacles. It doesn't take much to kind of bottom this thing out. So if you're going to be plowing through stuff at a high rate of speed, which is not that easy to do on this thing because it's so slow, you're going to find this suspension a little bit lacking. But if you're just cruising back roads, you know, paved roads, little gravel roads in the local area, Forest Service roads, that kind of stuff, this thing, no problem. And like I said, you could cruise at 45, 50 miles an hour all day long and get 100 miles per gallon. Easy. And for that, I think it is pretty awesome. When I go on my trip to Texas, which was nearly 1,000 miles there and 1,000 miles back, and I'm going to be camping the whole way, should I take the 150 and get 100 miles to gallon? Or should I take Rocco, the 650, which gets about 50 miles per gallon? This motorcycle I have modified, and I have done the things that I wanted it to do. I put a big gas tank on it. It definitely needed that. I've put more aggressive off-road tires, which are a little bit wore out at the moment. I've got the thing set up with first aid kits and spare tubes. I have done the de-smog. I've got skid plates. I've done all the things that I want a motorcycle. I've got my phone mount on the front here and charging USB ports right here, ready to go. I've done all the things that I want to do on this motorcycle. This motorcycle, I have done nothing. Absolutely nothing to, and I don't plan on it. I don't plan on spending $1 on this thing. I bought it for $2,600 with 150 miles on it. $2,600 for a brand new motorcycle, essentially. And I don't plan on putting any money into it other than gas, oil changes, tires eventually, the basics, the routine maintenance. So should I ride this to Texas and spend almost no dollars? I'm kind of leaning towards, I think it might be fun to ride this little dinky thing at 50 miles an hour the whole way to Texas. I think that might be really cool. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I'd be really grateful for it. Is this the ultimate adventure zombie apocalypse escape the hordes machine right here? I don't know. You let me know. I think it's a pretty fun motorcycle, and it's been a really good time so far. Please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and until next time, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just go on 3.